Good morning, everybody. It's Barb Katie here. I hope you're having a great day. I certainly am. This is another in our series of new beginnings. And it's hard to believe, but we are almost 3 months done with this particular series of sharing messages that I have been putting together for us. When I first started it, I thought, how many different ways can you begin again? How many different ways can we make things new and different? And I found out that it is amazing just how flexible we can be when we open our minds to new possibilities. Uh, we've covered a lot of ground this particular series and have tried a lot of new and different things. Hopefully, some of them are going to be ones that you're going to choose to incorporate into your daily life more permanently now that you've given them a try. Some that you've tried, you probably have said to yourself, oh, I don't think I'll do that one again. But at least you tried, and now you know, instead of just wondering if maybe that would make a difference or be helpful. And today, what I'm going to tackle is fresh food. This is my favorite time of the year when the gardens began to produce and the abundance from these gardens began to show up in food markets in our small community. I love going into the fresh food stands and making my selections there. And even the grocery stores are beginning to show more and more fresh foods. So, what I thought I would do this week was examine how I usually eat. And I don't know about you, but I tend to get into sort of a routine of the things that I fix on a regular basis. And I tend to repeat certain things often because I like them, because they may be convenient or easy or whatever, or uh, they can be packaged and made into several meals instead of one. And so, what I thought I would do over the weekend was look at some recipes and see what was available in the markets and just see what I could come up with that might be a little bit different to get balanced meals that were healthy and easy, because I like easy, and didn't take a lot of prep time. And what I did was so much fun. I went out to several places in the area where they have food stands and just began to browse and pick and choose among the things that are coming in from different parts of the state and our surrounding states and make some selections of fresh things. And when I collected all these and brought them home after I had thought a little bit about what I might be wanting to do, I began to package them up in ways that are going to make them useful for me for the entire week. What I ended up getting were quite a lot of berries of different kinds that are in season right now. And I love berries. I just think that they're the happiest little food in the world. And I particularly am fond of blueberries. Um, and I got some wonderful plain Greek yogurt, and I got some fresh lemons. And I thought, well, okay, let's just make it basic and fresh and not go with a lot of prepackaged processed foods. I decided, okay, most of my breakfasts this week are probably going to feature fresh Greek yogurt with probably grated lemon rind, a splash of lemon into the Greek yogurt, and whatever berries that I have on hand. That will make a handy dandy quick breakfast for me that I can grab and go. And really enjoy. And I did have some granola here, and I thought, okay, on days where I'm wanting a little bit of crunch, I can always sprinkle a little bit of granola on top of that, and that'll give me some variety to go with my water and my coffee. Because, yes, I do enjoy a cup of coffee in the mornings, particularly to get me going for the day. So breakfasts were sort of taken care of in that way. Yes, there are other things that I could eat, but I had gotten into sort of a rut with what I was eating, and I had been going away from fresh fruit, which always seems, for some reason, and I don't know why, to be rather a challenge for me to get my fresh fruit in daily. And it's certainly not because I don't enjoy it. I definitely do, but it seems like I just bypass it for some reason. And then I got to thinking about lunch. Lunch is probably the meal I struggle with the most, simply because I don't always want to stop and take time for lunch. It goes past me, and it's like it's too late now to eat lunch because it'll mess up my dinner, because I don't like to eat late in the evening. But I'm hungry, so what am I going to do? So I thought, okay, we've got some nice lettuce coming in right now and other greens. And I'm a particular fan of spinach. It's one of my very favorite greens. So I thought, okay, I'll buy some fresh spinach and some fresh lettuce, and I'll have that on hand and feature things for lunch that are going to be quick and easy, that give me some protein, give me some crunch satisfaction, because I'm really big on that, and had bought some celery and some cucumbers and radishes, those kinds of things. And so I have been busy washing up and chopping food and getting it ready. And my lunches, I think, are primarily going to be, I love leaf lettuce. And several of you had shared some wonderful leaf lettuce roll-ups that you have been making. So I have ingredients now. I have tuna. I have some cheeses that I can use a little bit of cheese when I want. I have some chicken cut up and shredded, those types of things, to make some roll-ups for lunch, which will be fun. And I love apples. And I thought, okay, I'll eat some roll-ups and I'll eat apple for the crunch that brings, because I like the chewing satisfaction always. And that's different from what I had been eating, because I had been doing soup during the winter months for my lunch particularly. And then I thought, okay, that leaves dinner. What am I going to do for dinner? Well, I am a real fan of hearty salads for dinner. And those salads, again, I don't always follow the traditional mode when it comes to salad. Sometimes I like to actually saute vegetables in a little bit of olive oil with onion and garlic and some other fresh herbs, but particularly onion and garlic, and then throw them on top of whatever protein I'm eating, and whatever green that I'm going, and particularly spinach in this case, and let it sort of wilt that green down and make it into a meal with, I love naan bread, and I love to warm some naan bread in the oven and spread a tiny, tiny bit of olive oil and garlic on it and enjoy that. It's quite different and very satisfying and healthy as well. And then I do salads that have nuts and fruit in them, which I really enjoy. And I think I'm doing this mainly because there is so much fresh produce out there right now. And I don't seem to have any trouble finding carbs. I don't know about you, but carbs seem to find me. But I can usually find a carb that goes with whatever my main entree is going to be for my dinner meal. It might be a small sweet potato that I bake and put a little cinnamon on top of it, which is a different and a nice change. And that warm flavor really is quite nurturing and satisfying. And then I like baked potatoes. I like different types of rice. I particularly like some of the grains like quinoa to use as a starch in my meal. I like whole grain breads, variety breads as well. And there's some old family favorites like English brown bread that I enjoy baking and having a slice of it occasionally. So that's not an issue. The whole idea for this week is to make things different than what I've been used to, because I'd sort of gotten into a rut with what I was eating. Fun, because I think we are meant to enjoy the food that we eat to nurture our body. We're not being punished by the food we eat. We are celebrating our good health by the foods we eat. And that's a really important change in state of mind sometimes, to understand that, oh, this is boring, dull diet food. No, it's not. This is healthy, exciting, better living food that we're about. So this is my new beginning for this week, is to go into the market, have fun with what's fresh and readily available to you, and often on sale because it is coming in large quantities now, and trying different things to lighten and brighten your palate during the week. Give it a change. If you try something good that you particularly like, please put it in our comments section for this week's message. All of us love new and different things to eat. I know Susan Griffith's posts have been so colorful and inspiring as she is getting back on track and reintroducing some wonderful, delicious recipes that all of us can enjoy. I know the caprese salad is one of my all-time favorites, and that is so simple to do. I mean, you just need some fresh basil, a slice of mozzarella, some slices of tomato, some balsamic vinegar, salt and pepper, a drizzle of olive oil, and you're good to go for a refreshing, visually attractive, incredibly palatable meal. So that's my message for this week. Eat fresh, love your life. Talk to you next week. Take it easy now. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.